So I'm afraid of vlogging. Let's talk about it. Technically, I'm trying to make this my first vlog, but I'm not sure how it's gonna pan out, what it's gonna look like when I'm done with it. But it took a lot out of me to get this vlog done or to prepare myself to do this type of content. And I think one of the reasons why is because there is this spectrum. The squeaky's my chair. Can you hear me? I don't know. There's a spectrum of content creators who fall in line with vlog content. And it's in between being relatable and being aspirational. And it feels almost, there is really no way to be two of those things at the same time without causing some sort of backlash. And the happy medium that you want to be in between is authenticity. When you think of relatable content creators, I guess you can think of like Emma Chamberlain at the start of her career. However, she then turned into not being so relatable when she eventually went on to be more commercial, bigger, sponsors for designer brands, able to host the Met Galas, all of that, right? And even received some backlash. Again, started off relatable, but ended in the aspirational pipeline, still trying to be relatable. And then you have someone like Jackie Aina, who has always came off as aspirational, started from the ground up, started her footing in the beauty community. And even though she is aspirational and a lot of women, especially Black women, look up to her as having the ideal type of life, a lot of people, I feel like, still give her flack for how she chooses to live her life, the boundaries she puts up for herself, and how, I mean, let's call a thing, somewhat capitalistic some of her endeavors might be, and you know, how she decides to present herself to the world. I think a couple of weeks back, people were mad because Jackie Aina was just blocking everybody every which way, especially since now, I guess she's married, and people were wishing her congratulations on her marriage, and so she decided to block them. It's just kind of weird when you think about it, that no matter what spectrum you're on, even if you're in the authentic spectrum where people just like you for you and want to support you regardless, so I'm thinking maybe like the my Tom, I guess, people still get very defensive and entitled to how you portray your content on social media. And I think one of my biggest fears and concerns while exposing y'all to, you know, my life and how I live, especially in like a vlogging format, is that there's so many eyes on me and that I will be perceived in a way that is totally opposite to who I am as a person and in totally not in the way that I want to be perceived. And part of that is out of our control. Like, a lot of us really can't help how people choose to see us. If someone chooses to see us a certain way, that's their prerogative, not ours. But also, it's like a really big fear and concern of mine that when you do these social media endeavors, you start content creating and whatnot, there will be people who just don't particularly care for you because of how you decided to grow and evolve in your life. And I think that's easy to say in a time where we didn't have the internet or social media and cyberbullying wasn't a thing. But when you see like millions upon millions of people like online just ranking on you, making hot takes about you, roasting you to existence, especially with platforms like TikTok, where it seems like every other week there's this new hot topic of discussion that some content creator on that platform is getting roast or flamed to the gods for, it just feels like too much. It feels like a lot. And it makes me very nervous with how the way I go about my content is at least super authentic to myself, at least. I also, and I've stated this plenty of times before in my other videos, but I also feel like when it comes to parasocial relationships, people tend to forget that content creators are not your friends. I'm sorry, they're not your friends. You can join their Discord, you can mod for them, you can interact with them on a daily basis through their YouTube videos or through social media, Instagram, TikTok, I don't care. Twitch stream, they respond to your responses, but we can't be your friends in a way where we know everything about you and you know everything about us. And especially with the rise of like the everyday person turning into a content creator, it feels like the lines are being blurred between what is considered entertainment versus what is considered a relationship between consumers and the media that they're consuming. And I think with content creation, it's important that you keep in mind that whether you're a consumer of it or whether you are making it yourself, you are a part of an entertainment cycle where initially your intention should be to entertain people first, and we're not super close. Like, you just enjoy me for what I post on here or wherever I'm at. I don't know about your everyday to-day issues, and you don't know about mine. And I don't even know if I feel comfortable like talking about my everyday issues all the time, you know? That could be horribly inappropriate and trauma dumping. But I think what calms me down is knowing that there are millions upon millions of people trying to make it, trying to be a content creator, trying to build a group of fans to support them. That whatever I do and whatever I say exists amongst like hundreds of thousands of millions of people who are all trying to get it out the mud and do the same thing. And so that makes it a lot more reassuring that whatever content I produce, even if there's something that happens where I mess up or make a mistake, there is always a chance for me to grow from my mistakes, learn, and do better. You know what I mean? Or even if it doesn't work out, there are other avenues that I can try and entertain. However, I don't know. With YouTube and creating content, there's always been this feeling that I've had where it felt so right that I don't see myself flopping at it if I put in the work. So, yeah. Anyway, that's how I feel about vlogging. Oh, also the idea that there are so many eyes on you who know who you are, who know where you live, who know how you live. Look at that empty bookshelf over there. Look at it. Like, I'm living in squalor right now. And it was even worse before my partner put everything in storage. So, yeah, that's scary that people are just exposed to your life and knowing how you live your life and can say whatever they want about you. And that kind of hurts. And then even if you live a life where it's more comfortable and aspirational, there are people who are looking at your content, buying it with like spiteful intentions. It's scary, you know? But millions of people do it every day, so, you know, you just have to put yourself out there, I guess.
On Barrett Parkway and online at Subaru of Kennesaw.
You guys want to hear a random take? If Velvet Taco is like a gentrified hipster taco joint that has no business sprinkling its pseudo-progressive capitalistic intentions, I feel like Torchy's is the trailer park trash racist uncle that is just throwing shit together in the back of their trailer, calling it a taco. I don't know. I had to let that off my chest. Both are very good taco joints, but both are so gentrified in their own special way.